Hi guys, welcome to Websense Pro. Welcome to another Shopify tutorial, and in this video I'll show you guys how you can use meta objects and create stylish looking pages and pull in the value dynamically using entries from your meta object definition. You don't need to have any technical background or any knowledge before watching this tutorial. I have tried to create a very basic level tutorial in order for you guys to understand how the meta objects work and how you can use meta fields and meta objects together in order to build new functionality to your Shopify store. So meta objects basically the objects to understand objects. So product is an object, pages is an object in Shopify, and meta field was adding another field to your current objects like product. So if you wanted to add additional field to product, you would create a meta field. But if you want to create completely new object, you will use meta object, just like I'll show you guys in this video. So if you want to learn, stick to the video. Don't forget to subscribe the channel, comment on the video. It will help me create more content for you guys. So without further ado, let's get started. So guys, that's a page which is created using meta objects. So as you can see, these two creators are being pulled from meta objects, which I created here. So as you can see, these are the meta objects. And when I add a new entry, it will automatically show up on this page. Let me show you an example here. So third creator, testing bio, and add in any link. And I can do any image for now. Let's do this one and select it. Hit save. And after adding the third entry for creator, if I refresh this page, you can see now it's automatically showing up in a same template and the styling which we had these two creators before. So that's how we can use meta objects, and that's what we can do with the meta objects. Similarly, we can pull these values through meta fields. So if you have a meta field in your product page, so that's my product page, and that's a creator pulling up which I can select based on the value of meta field. So that's the backend of the product. Sorry, this one is the backend of the product where I can select any of the creator and change it. I have currently selected Taylor Swift. I can change it to, for example, Michael Jordan, and hit save. Now, if I go to my product page and hit refresh, it will change the creator portion, the section which I created using meta object dynamic meta fields. There you go. Now after refreshing, you can see it's showing up as Michael Jordan. So that's what you will learn in this video. I'll show you step-by-step process on how you can create meta objects entries and then pull and create a page template for meta object creators and then pull the value through meta field. So keep watching. So guys, that's my development store where I have Dawn 11.0.0 installed. Now first, I'm going to create a new definitions for meta objects. And in order to do so, click on content on your left hand menu, and then there you have meta objects. Simply click on add definition. And now I'm going to create a meta object called creators, and click on this add field button here. I'm going to select single line text and name it name, as that will be the name of our creator. Make it required. We can also add the validation for minimum character count or maximum character count, or add in regular expression if we want to specify the pattern of the value. Okay, then click on add button. Now we have our name. Now we will add multi-line text field for our bio. Select that. I'm going to name it bio. Make it as required field again. Again, there are some validation fields which you can add in as per your requirement. Click on add button. And now I'm going to add a field for image or photo of that creator. In order to add in the image, we'll select the file field format, and I'm going to name it photo. And I only need images in that field, so I'll just check images and remove the check from videos. Click on add. And now finally, I'll create a new field for website URL if we want to add in a button to link the website or any social media stuff. Okay, now that's the field for adding website or URL or link. So add in that field. I'm going to name it website, make it required field if you want. If you don't want it, you can simply leave it unchecked. Okay, click on add, select this web pages feature. That's a new feature which they added. It will be a very long video if I include that feature. I'll create another video in order to include the features which are coming through this web pages feature check mark here. Okay, now for now, let's create our meta object by the name of creators. Hit save. Okay, now when we have our creators meta object definition ready, we will add some entries. So here we have option to start adding entries. We can also go back to dashboard where we have option for that. So we can either click here or there's an option for adding entries below the content. So if we go to meta objects, we have this add entry button showing up here. We will click on add entry button and then it will ask which definition you want to add an entry for. If we have multiple meta objects, we will be seeing a drop down menu here. Okay, now we will select creators and add in our first entry. I'm going to name it Dwayne Johnson, my favorite star, The Rock, bio of Dwayne Johnson. And for image, we can select the image. So click on select image and I'm going to upload an image here. I have it saved on my laptop. Okay, I'm going to upload that image and click on done. And for website, I'm just going to name it Dwayne.com. I know that's not the correct URL, but just adding a dummy data for now. Okay, so that's how we will fill in the entry for creators meta object definition. Click on save after adding all of the values. And here we go. Our first entry has been added. Now I'm going to pause the video and add in few more entries in order to show you guys how we can create a page for creators. So guys, I have added few more entries in my creators meta object. Now I'm going to create a page for that. And for doing so, click on online store and then click on pages. Okay, let me create a page by clicking on add page button. I have few other extra pages already created, so please just ignore that. I'm going to create a creators page and click on save. And now I'm going to click on online store and then customize and create a new template for our creators page. Okay, click on customize and click on this drop down menu and go to pages. And then from there, we'll create a new template by creating on this create template button. And now let me name it creators and click create template. Template ready. Now we will select this template in the creators page which we created. Okay, now let's go back and go back to pages. Click on creators page again. And then from theme template drop down menu, select creators, the template which we created. Okay, it's safe. And now let's go back to our customize and open that in new window because I'll create a new section using liquid code which we will add in our creators page template which we created. Okay, now click on these three small dots and then click on edit code. Before editing your code, make sure to have a duplicate of your theme. So in case you are new to coding or you have any prior customization which you don't want to lose, you can just take a backup in case you break anything and you need to revert it back. Okay, now click on edit code and from here scroll down and go to sections and then click on add a new section. So we'll create a new section, select radio button as liquid, name it creators. So we are creating a new section which we can then add in our creators page template which we created. So we can have a page like I shown you guys before. Okay, now click on done. And here we have. Okay guys, so I'm going to remove all of the code here and paste the code which I have here and hit save. Don't worry about the code. I'll explain this code and put all of the ready code in the YouTube video description with a blog post link so you guys can understand and implement this tutorial very easily. That's basically HTML CSS code where I have all of the static values. So this is pulling up the image, a static image which I have in my store, name and the bio text. I'll show you guys how you can add in the dynamic value which will pull from the meta objects. Okay, now let's first add in this section in our creators page template. So go to themes, click on customize, and from this drop down select the pages and then creators. Okay, now we will add a new section here, section which we just created using liquid code. Okay, now click on add section and search for creators. Here we have the section. Okay, now you can see it's pulling up the image, name, bio text, and the button. Now we need these values to be updated dynamically. So when we add entries in our objects, in our meta objects, it will automatically show up here. And in order to do so, we'll create a for loop and add in the values of our meta objects fields. Okay, click save here. And then let's go back to our liquid file which we created. Now first we will add a for loop. So that's the div which is responsible to show the card of creators, which we have showing up here. And we want to display all of the cards from our creators entries. Now let's first add a for loop, %, and for. Now we will mention meta object creators in shop, which is an object, and within the shop we have meta objects where we have creators, and we want to pull values of the creators meta object. Okay, now I'm going to end my for below div. Okay, now if I save it now, I should have 3 cards showing up because we have 3 entries in our meta object definition. Okay, now if I go to customize and refresh, now you can see that we have 3 cards showing up, the same name, images, and text. Why there are 3? Because we have created a loop. So it will automatically repeat number of entries which we have in our creators meta object. Okay, now let's pull in the image, name, bio text, and the link for this button dynamically. Now let's first pull in the name, and we'll simply add in liquid here, creators dot name. So that's the name of our field. Let me show you. So let's go to the meta objects. So we'll go to settings, custom data, and below we have meta objects showing up creators. Now we have added this in our liquid code, creators.name, right? So let's add in that, hit save, and now we should be seeing the name of all our entries which we have added in our meta objects. So if I go to, let's open up on a new tab and go to the entries of my meta objects. So that's the name which I added in my liquid file, creators.name, and there is a loop which is running, so it will repeat the value of name for 3 creators, right? Now if I go to customize and hit refresh, now you can see that it's pulling up the value of entries, the name of the entries which we have here, Michael Jordan, Dwayne Johnson, Taylor Swift. So these are the 3 names which is automatically being pulled up. Now we will map our image, bio text, and this button link. Okay, now let's map the image in src. I'll add in the liquid. So currently we have the static image pulling up. Now I'll add the dynamic meta object field here, which is creators dot photo. I guess that's photo. Let me see. So yep, creators dot photo, and then add in a filter to pull the image URL, and the image should be 400 by 400. Okay, that's it. Now hit save. Now let's go back again to customize and hit refresh. And here we go. You can see that it's pulling up the images of the creators. Obviously, you'll have to use the same size images because currently I have three different image sizes and looks a little weird, but it's just an example to show you guys how the meta objects works. Okay, now we will map our bio text here, and for that I'll delete this here and add in the liquid code creators.bio. Yep, it's creators.bio, and hit save. And now similarly, I'll do the same for this link here. For link, we have creators.website, and yep, creators.websites. So that's the value which will be used for this button link. So let's add URL here. Yep, website URL. Okay, now hit save. And now if I go back and hit refresh to my creators page, okay, you can see that it's pulling up the bio of that specific creator, and it's also added the link on the buttons. Cool, right? So that's how you can create a page using meta objects. Now I'm going to show you guys how you can pull the value of these meta objects using meta fields. Okay, now let's create a new meta field for our product page. Let's open up a new settings and click on custom data, and then in products I'll create a new meta field by clicking on add definition button. Just avoid these additional already created meta fields because these are being created using an app which I'm using in this development store, so ignore that. So just click on add definition button, and I'm going to create a meta field by name of creators, and then select type to be meta object. So that's what you have to select, and select meta object drop down menu to be creators. So we only have one meta object definition. We can select that and then hit save. Okay, we have our meta field created. Now we need to create a section in our product page. Now go to online store and click on customize, and from this drop down select the product template, and in this product template I'll create a new section which will pull up the value from our meta objects. Okay, now just hide the related products for now and add in a section for creators. So let's select image with text, and in here I want to pull the image from our creators entries, so meta object entries which we created, and the title and the bio text and the button URL. Okay, now let's first do that with the image. Click on this here, and here we have this connect dynamic source. Click on that, and here you can see we have creators meta object. We'll select that and we'll select the photo. Okay, it's currently not showing anything because we haven't added the value in our meta field. So let's go to that product. So it's this product which I'll open up in a new window, open up in a new tab, sorry, and just search for this product and scroll down to the bottom, and here we have creators meta field showing up which we created. Now I'm going to select my creator here which I want to display on that product. I want to show Michael Jordan on that product as a creator. Hit save after selecting it in our meta field. Now if we go back to our customize, let's add a section image with text, select image, and connect the data source with meta object creators. Select this photo here as we want to display that photo. Now you can see that it's pulling up the value from the meta object entry which we created, the entry which we have selected in our meta field. Okay, now let's do the same for the heading. I'm going to remove this and add in the dynamic source. So here it is, creators meta object reference, and select the name. Okay, it's pulling up the name dynamically, whatever we have in our meta object definition. And now I'm going to do the same with the text, removing this, going to connect the dynamic source with the bio text, multi-line text field which we created. Cool, we have our bio showing up. Now let's do the same with the button link, website URL. And now for the button link, connect the dynamic source, click on this creators meta object reference, and then the website. Here it is. Yep. And click on save. Here we go. Now, when we will open this specific product, it will show up this section with the value entries which we added and the entry which we selected in our meta field. So that's how what we can do with our meta objects and meta field. I hope you like this tutorial. It took a lot of time for me to create that because there were multiple takes which I had to do in order to create this tutorial. Please make a comment below and let me know if you would like to learn more about Shopify and whatever you would like to learn in web design and web development. I would love to add in more creators in this YouTube channel and would love to add more and more content for you guys. So until next video, have a great day.